Good morning, good day, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have very good news for you. Stealth nerfs and stealth buffs brought to you by Raven Software. So suddenly, some of the barrels that used to have a very high bullet velocity don't have any bullet velocity anymore, and or some guns just have changed bullet velocity base values. Thank you, Raven Software, for adding these things without telling us. That definitely makes our life tremendously easier. $1 billion company. Let me tell you what changed, and let me also show you how to measure bullet velocity if you just want to test these things yourself and not just brain dead believe us, simple as it is. Everyone can do it themselves. You just need a video editing program and be able to record something, and in a matter of a few minutes you can check the bullet velocity on a barrel yourself to just get a better feeling for it. How would you measure bullet velocity now if you want to try it out yourself? You're gonna get in a position very far away from something where you can still see the impact of the bullet. You're going to be 460 meters, for example, away from this tower. You're going to shoot your bullet, and you need to record with visible ammunition so you have the frame where the bullet leaves the gun. Then you're going to watch the bullet leave the gun, and you need to really look at, can I see the tracer vanishing? The one single bullet went out. Let's go into Premiere. Then in your Premiere, you're going to look for the frame where the bullet leaves the gun. We're going to go back frame by frame by frame by frame by frame until we really find here. We got it. So that's from like 99 to 98 and 98 to 99. And then we're going to set a cut point to be going down to 0. And we're going to zoom in to see more, to see exactly when the bullet vanishes. You can already see the bullet pass here go out. And then you're going to go frame by frame by frame until you see the impact of the bullet. Boom, that's the impact. That's the impact. That's the bullet impact. Yes, you can go until the bullet vanishes, but the actual impact of the bullet when it hits, you can really see it here around there that the bullet hits. Boom, 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 boom. And that's the frame we're looking for. That would be in total 28 frames because obviously we need the one frame here as the bullet leaves out. So no bullet out yet, bullet out that. So we're 28 frames in total. Now let's do the math. 28 frames times 16.67 milliseconds, because that's how long a frame takes in 60 FPS, is 466.76. If we're now going to take our 416 meters times 0.466, that's the milliseconds, we're roughly at 900 meters per second. And that kind of decks out with JGod's testing. So on the FFAR, nothing has changed. But this is how you would calculate the bullet velocity on every single gun and every single attachment. What did change now though, and what does that mean for our gun builds? For example, on the XM4 we can see that the base bullet velocity is higher, which means for the XM4 gun build, the XM4 is unchanged. It's still agency, field agent / bruiser, 45 round mag microflex, and radar pad, but other guns are heavily affected. If we're looking at the M16 or AUG, for example, if you have felt something was decisively off, you're right. The titanium barrel that everyone used to be playing, that barrel now has a way lower bullet velocity. So it used to be 727 on the AUG and also 1104 on the M16. That's gone. The absolute fire rate barrel is nerfed. So the M16 actually goes down on 902 bullet velocity, where the AUG goes up to 745 bullet velocity, which now means that on both guns, instead of the titanium barrel, you're going to be playing the strike team barrel. The strike team barrel still gives you damage and fire rate bonus, so you still have the insane fire rate, but you're definitely lacking the absolute crazy fire rate of the titanium. So you got a slight millisecond time to kill nerf. You're still good off, but the AUG just comes way closer now to the M16, considering that the strike team barrel on the AUG now gives the AUG even more bullet velocity than it had before and makes it an even more viable rifle. If you're still playing the DMR14 or the Type 63, you're kind of screwed right now because the only barrel you can effectively use would be the cavalry, and that would actually lose your amount of bullet velocity, and no one would like to see that. And so now at this point, none of these rifles can be used at DMR and Type 63 on long range anymore because you're just lacking it. You used to have 827, 851 bullet velocity up to 1,000 with the agency, but now you're not even close to that anymore. Try shooting that on a long distance. You will hate this. If you're an ultra aggressive player though, and you're fighting only on 50 meters, you can absolutely still use that. If you really can't let go of this gun, the titanium barrel might still be the absolute fire rate barrel. Obviously, none of them has really good bullet velocity left. That means if you're playing the titanium for maximum bullet velocity, you want to put on the field agent foregrip. The agency silencer doesn't make sense because we're going to be playing this in close quarter combat, so you might as well put a compensator in or eliminator to actually get like less recoil in the gun. Then you put on the 40 round mag. And now comes the question, obviously, do you want to have a scope, an optic, or are you good with the iron sight to spam it away? We're considering this either as a sniper support gun. Then I would say you're going to be going for a quick dot LED, or you're going to go iron sight if you're going to play this SMG style, and you could actually go for no stock or Raider stock. Both great attachments to give you faster movement speed over the battlegrounds. And then you could play this like an FAL as a close quarter combat banger beamer. But yeah, again, the velocity is... But still, you will 100% feel the difference now. When it comes down to the LMGs, nothing has changed. Cavalry is still the vibe. The FAR is completely the same. JGod and I had a testing session this morning because my testing was quite off and I felt like it had way more bullet velocity, but we verified our numbers and we're pretty much down to the base values. So the FAR is absolutely the same as it has been. The build has not changed a single bit, which means for me personally, we're still at agency suppressor, reinforced heavy, bruiser grip, static 50 round, and microflex LED. If you don't like the microflex LED, Raider stock. But nothing has changed about the FFAR. But the AK-47 did not get adapted, so nothing changed here. If we're looking at the SMGs, there's not been much testing done, but let's be realistic about that. Bullet velocity is really not the stat that actually matters for SMG, even for the Mac-10 or any of them. If there are any changes, it doesn't do much. The Bullfrog, yes, does have the insane bullet velocity, but not many of you are actually playing the Bullfrog. I do think it's still the absolute insane gun that it is for the sniper support. But for the others, this really does not matter. When it comes down to the sniper rifles, we definitely can do another video covering all the sniper rifles up now. Which one has like the most bullet drop, which one has the most bullet velocity, which one is probably the best rifle to go for new players. As you see, ladies and gentlemen, thank you Raven Software for being that company that does things without telling us that they do things. I don't think in a game like Warzone, a live action game that changes daily, where gun builds are so important, it is the vibe to give us hidden stats, hidden upgrades, stealth nerfs, or stuff like that. You need to tell us up front what you're doing, where your twerking values, and not just do this behind closed curtains. We will find out. Nonetheless, you can't hide this from us. There are people that test this, there are people that figure this out, and everyone now, with the method I showed you, can do it themselves on a daily basis if they feel like it, and just verify for themselves what we have found out there too. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this video helped you. Once showing you the method how to actually do it yourself. If you feel like doing it yourself, you don't want to just trust a YouTuber. If you have like a weird feeling, man, this does feel off, I would like to test it. Very simple. You can do it in a matter of seconds yourself. Takes you 10 minutes and you get it verified or unverified. Just get your moth correct, because I had a hiccup in my moth before, and I actually asked JGod what's wrong with my moth, and he corrected me. So huge shout out for JGod for also helping other creators and not hiding his stats behind everything and not being able to disclose. Fantastic person there, helping me out a lot. I wish you a fantastic good day. Don't forget the live stream also from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And don't forget to subscribe here if you want to find your way back for more amazing content. And as always, see you soon in Verdansk.